Well, fine, good afternoon, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I had a request for this building right in front of us. Now, it took a couple of weeks to find any information online about this place. This is the John Trono block. That's the official name. And let me see if I can pan in on that. It's kind of tricky because there's a tree right there. But let's see what we can see. So that's a tablet that has that information at the top, and I know it's blurry. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's even got the year right there. Right there in sight. Well, that's really fantastic. So this is a commercial block, 2 stories tall, and the information I found on it is part of the Historic Sites and Structure Survey. And if that sounds like scintillating reading, we should talk, because actually it is pretty interesting stuff. But as with any other profession, this also has specialized terminology. So as we go along, I'll define these terms so that we're all talking the same thing. I would hate to be relegated to a Charlie Brown teacher moment and wah, 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 wah. Because it's easy enough to define terms. I used to teach computer classes, specialized terminology. I used to teach dancing. Not only was it specialized terminology, but I actually demonstrated it as well. So what's some architectural terms? Alrighty, so as I said, this is a commercial block. It is accessible to the public. As we can see, it is Sneakers Restaurant. Sneakers Bistro, I think is what it's called. The wall structure is brick. It has a flat roof. I don't see any Italianate features to this because it was actually built in 1938. And at the time of this writing, it was listed in good physical condition. In fact, it was listed on the State Register 11/23/1993. There is no good time of day to film in Winooski at the Rotary. I have discovered this. But, oh well. Now, the level of significance of this is, there are 3 choices: local, state, and national. And this is listed for the local level of significance. It has apartments upstairs, and it has Sneakers Bistro on the first floor. Now, when this was written, it had 2 shops on the first floor. New York Cleaners was one of them. And I think we can still see the way that it would have been broken down if we look at the brick. Let me see. At the brick, where are you? Oh yes, right behind the umbrella. I'll use my cane to show you where I mean. Right in there. There's a bit of brick right there. And that bit of brick, I think, highlights where the 2 shop spaces would have been until Sneakers took over the entire building, the entire first floor anyway. So just so you know, this survey also included the owners' names, which I'm not going to give because this is quite a few years ago, and who knows who owns it now? I don't know. So there's that. There's a lot of information on the first page, but it's the second page from which I'm going to read that has some terminology that I'll define. So this does cite a low parapet centered at the top of the roof line. Now, a parapet is a low wall that would be at the roof line, would be, just a low wall. People could, if people were up there, they could perhaps sit on the top of it. But I don't see a parapet up there anymore. So I think my guess is, let me pan in for you. See that bit that's jutting out? It's sort of forward slanted, just above the tablet where John Trono is written. I'm guessing there was a parapet there at one time, but I do not see one now. Hang on, I have some more terminology that I don't see anymore. It mentions a corbelled cornice. Now, granted, there are trees in the way here, so maybe behind the trees. So, so a corbel is a bracket that is also used to hold things up. So think of a shelf on your wall. It would likely have a couple of brackets to hold the top board on it. Those are corbels, brackets, same thing. A cornice is a horizontal. In fact, let me get the full definition for you. Just a moment. Okay, so a cornice. Quote, in architecture, a cornice, from the Italian meaning ledge, is generally any horizontal decorative molding that crowns a building or furniture element. For example, the cornice over a door or window, around the top edge of a pedestal, or along the top of an interior wall. A simple cornice may be formed just with a crown, as in crown molding atop an interior wall or above kitchen cabinets or a bookcase. To define better the corbel, I was quoting from Wikipedia about cornices, and this here about corbel, quote, corbel in architecture, bracket or weight-carrying member built deeply into the wall so that the pressure on its embedded portion counteracts any tendency to overturn or fall forward. The name derives from a French word meaning crow because of the corbel's beak-like shape. Corbels may be individual pieces of stone separate from each other like brackets, as in the case of many elaborately carved medieval and Renaissance cornices, or they may be continuous courses of masonry such as the corbels under projecting oriel windows. And that's from, unquote, that's from the Encyclopedia Britannica. And let's see, might as well go with the full-on definition of a parapet. It's a, quote, low protective wall along the edge of a roof, bridge, or balcony. Similar words, balustrade, barrier, wall, railing, or fence. So, all that good stuff. Alrighty, and now the statement of significance. It's very windy today, so pardon the sound of the paper that's going to be rustling in the wind. Although, and I quote, although constructed relatively recently and of minimal architectural importance, this building serves the vital function of maintaining the scale, rhythm, and commercial character of Lower Main Street. It was built in 1938 for John Trono, who owned a bakery around the corner at number 9 West Canal Street. It was apparently built as an investment and reflected an optimism that the Great Depression was coming to a close, unquote. This was recorded by John C. Page for the organization, the Vermont Division for Historic Preservation. This is all I could find. This was it. This is all I could find on this building. But I hope the person who requested it will find this interesting nonetheless. Thanks so much for watching this. And if you're enjoying my videos, why not consider subscribing to the channel? I do upload at least one video every single day of the week. Holiday? Who cares? Raining? Sunny? Yay! Let's go record some more stuff. And I'll upload a video as well. All right. So thanks so much. This is Patricia. I'm traveling for history. You have a great day. Until next time. Bye.